I hope you guys have been doing great, man. I've missed you boys a lot. France was so much fun. I have so many stories to tell you guys of France. Of how Leon and I were doing degen shit most of the time. Just fun stories of Uber drivers and all kinds of shit. Ken wants us dead. I'm pretty sure the Sonic player, the Japanese Sonic main. I'm pretty sure he wants us fucking dead and our heads on a spike. But otherwise, boys, I'm probably going to start going to a lot more tournaments because I'm not happy with how oh, shit. What the fuck? First pack, baby. First pack magic. I think this is my third Flareon VMAX. Not bad. First packaroo. What the fuck is the matter with people? Just fucking die. What the hell's the matter with everybody today? Hi, Papa John. I don't care. Hey, Kensa. No viewer battles. Oh, perfect. Perfect character to tell you guys about France. So, this was Monday. Okay, so this was Monday. I was on my way to the train. I had to commute all the way to Jersey to get on the plane, right? And me, E... I thought it was just me, E, and Leon, right, that were taking the flight together. But it ended up... It was me, E... Ken and Zachary are all on the same flight because Zachary and Ken had a transfer from Summit, right? So I get on my way to the airport. I run to E, Mr. E, on the plane, on the train to the airport, right? And then while we're there, like he's telling me this shit about how he isn't vaccinated yet, so he needs to get tested for COVID at the airport. That being said, our flight is at like 10 p.m. right? And I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna have testing for you at the airport. Like, I know they do testing, but I don't know if they'll have testing at 10 p. at like 9 p.m. Right? Because they don't let you fucking they don't let you through TSA if you're not tested for COVID, even if you're not unless you're vaxxed. Getting back to the U.S., you need to be vaxxed and get a test in order to get back in the country, which was another shit show. But so E literally gets fucking cock blocked at the gate because he can't fucking get tested for COVID anywhere. So he literally has to fucking transfer his flight over or to another airline or get a new flight. So we're playing Banjo Dittos, and then we have a group chat with the TO in France. And then he adds Ken. He's like, Ken, can you guys find Ken? So I messaged Ken. I'm like, hey man, do you want to come play Banjo Dittos with Leon and I? And he says something along the lines of, I have no vigor to play right now. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, that's cool. I mean, whatever. He's probably just tired, whatever. He doesn't want to play. But that was the start of many things that made me realize that Ken actually wants to kill Leon and I. So we get on the flight, and me and Leon are sitting next to each other. E is on my left, and Zachary is on our right. So we have basically 2 empty seats. So we're able to man spread the whole flight, which was fantastic. So we man spread the whole flight. I wasn't able to sleep that much at all. I'm never able to sleep on planes. So I sleep like maybe 30 minutes the whole flight. And we get to France, and it's fine. So we meet Half, the TO of Vegasy. Super cool guy, super chill. And we drive basically 3 hours. We land in Paris. So we drive 3 hours north of Paris to Lille, which is where everything was, right? So while we're driving, we're driving with this guy. I want to say his name is Michael, but I could be wrong. He's like this. He was the one. He basically who drove us from the airport to Lille. He fucking broke every speed law imaginable. Me and Leon just called him Initial D after the weekend. Like I didn't know what So like it was like he'd be driving a normal speed, then out of nowhere he would just like, and we literally hit, I want to say 140 miles an hour, but I could be full of shit. But it was like, it felt like that at least. He tried the footstool. So we get to Lille, and Leon, Ken, and I stay in this hotel for the first 2 nights, which is kind of like we stay in this hotel the first 2 nights, which is like it's almost like a little dorm. I don't think I have a video of it, but I have a view of what it was from the outside. It was like right outside of this big sports complex, right? Whatever. This is what it looked like right outside of our hotel. There's like dirt bike roads and shit. So if you look on the left, we rented those bikes, and we went biking all around Lille one of the days. I needed a code for it, whatever. Whatever. So Leon and I went biking around Lille, which was super fun. A lot of I took that from my pocket. 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 Just seeing the architecture was really cool. So went by some intersections. Basically, we were so far. We were like 3 hours north of France, so it wasn't like people were like expecting tourists or anything like that. We were kind of like out of the way for that shit. We weren't in Paris, right? But the area was super fun. Biking was super fun because it was almost like the highlight of the trip, right? Because we kind of just like explored. You could see Leon really small behind me, but saw a lot of museums and shit. It was super fun. That was like one of my highlights of the whole trip, just biking around. Other than that, we played in a small local. We went to a small local called right before Temple. Take my lead. Okay. We went to a small local, and it was called Smash and Pokey, right? Basically, it was like in this thing that's like, I can only refer to it as a church, right? And it was just like Smash, and they had like free Poke Bowls. I lost this to this guy Moofy. He's super good Wario. But I won the run back against him. And basically, top 3 was Leon, myself, and Ken. Leon lost to Ken in winners finals, and then me and Leon were supposed to play in losers finals, and then we were supposed to play Ken. But we got kicked out of the venue, so we just stopped playing it here. After Ken beat Leon, it was game 5 last stock. He hit him with like a fair off stage, hit him at lasted fair. Ken tweeted, and I quote, this had to have been on Tuesday or Wednesday, so the 31st of the 1st. Oh, here, look. Had a small local tournament today. The time of the venue is over, so I'm going to do losers finals and grand finals at the hotel from now on. It's too free. So me and Leon saw this. We're like, what the fuck does he mean it's too free? So me and Leon were like, no way he's being mean about it, right? He's not calling us free, right? Whatever. So that's just another piece of ammo that we assume Ken hates us. And I responded saying, Leon and I are biking around France. Please come with us. and this was after we finished biking. Like, we were literally coming up to the hotel room. I hit send on this tweet and then opened the door 2 seconds later. So even if he said yes, we'd be like, nah, we're done. It was super cool. The biking was amazing. So that was the end of that. That same night, I think, of that local, we went out to eat with like all the guys of that little community in France. They brought us to this place, and I'm like very much a filthy American, right? Where I need my food to just be like meat and fucking stuff. So like I'm like very uncultured to the food out there. So we got this thing called a wecht, which is like kind of just like a fucking, to me it's just like a fucking cheese fondue bowl with an egg and bacon on top of it, and then fries and a salad. And like everybody got wecht around us, wechts around us, and everyone's just like sniffing their cheese bowls and shit. And I'm just like an obese American looking at it like, I'm not a cheese guy. This is weird. So everyone fucking was eating it, but like I kind of was like turned off by the texture of it. And like to me, I just need like a fucking steak or something, right? So that was one of the meals I ate. Then obviously when you're in France, you got to get a lot of fucking pastries. The breakfast there were fucking top titties. We ate a lot of pastries over there. It was super good. Do 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 do. And then after that, that's pretty much all that we did from an exploration point of view. Oh, so one of the days, I never sniffed the cheese. I'm not a cheese sniffer. One of the mornings, right? This was after we left that dorm-like hotel. We went to a hotel right by the venue, right? And it was super like nice, this hotel, right? It was like right, like you could literally see the venue from out the window. This was the venue. This is the venue from I went for a run. That's our hotel on the left, and the venue's right behind it, right? So we wanted to get breakfast in that hotel room, right? And it was a little basically I went downstairs and I'm like, excuse me, man. It was like this guy who was pretty much the only person on the whole trip that we assumed was like filthy Americans, right? Like that kind of shit. He basically I was like, hey man, where's the breakfast? And he's like, what room are you in? And I told him our room number. And he's like, he's like, I need, what's the name on it? I'm like, I don't know the name. And he's like, can you get me the room number code thing? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I went down to get him the thing. And I literally, it was 2 seconds for me to go get the fucking ID code thing for the room, right? The little piece of paper they give you with the room number and like the login code to get into the room, because like a number pad system, right? Fucking 2 seconds. I get down there, he puts up the fucking be back in 30 minutes sign and shit. So when I saw that, I told Leon, I'm like, let's just go get fucking breakfast. So we literally went upstairs to get breakfast, and we ignored basically giving the guy the room. No, we just said fuck him, and we just decided to go get breakfast. Then he makes a house call to us. He comes upstairs to find us. And he's like, all right, now I need the room key number thing. I'm like, all right, here it is. And he's like, okay, well, this breakfast is not, you didn't take out breakfast with the room. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, it's not free. And I'm like, oh. So we were literally stealing breakfast, right? And this guy, like, basically had to come up and fucking tell us, you guys need to come pay. And the way breakfast was set up, right? It was like kind of like a little like buffet like bar, right? Where it's like you kind of help yourself to croissants and shit, but then there's a station where someone behind a counter serves you with bacon and eggs, right? No one was behind the counter, so on surveillance, all this motherfucker saw on the surveillance footage probably while he sees two assholes who didn't pay for breakfast go to get breakfast, right? All he sees is he sees me and Leon down there stealing croissants, and then he sees me reach behind the counter to get the utensils to serve myself eggs. So I'm literally serving myself eggs, like I'm reaching over to open the fucking container to make myself some bacon and egg. I really wish I had a picture of that breakfast bar. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, B&B Hotel Lille. No. This is it. This is the hotel. That's the exact one. B&B Lille Grand Stadium. Show me the breakfast bar. I need to just paint the picture. That's the front desk. This is it. So, right here, see this thing right here? This is the breakfast area. Bro, just show me the fucking picture. Do. Okay, look. So, there's someone that's supposed to be here. This part, this little thing. This part opens up like this. So you need to kind of like reach over to open it. And you have to reach over. I was reaching over stealing bacon and eggs and shit. So this guy storms upstairs as I have a plate of croissants, baguettes, and bacon and eggs that I didn't pay for. And he makes us go downstairs with him, right? He makes us go downstairs with him to pay. And then on my way back upstairs, I'm like, well, fuck, now my bacon and eggs are cold. So I get upstairs, and I figured, fuck it. We went through all this trouble. We paid for it. It's all you can eat, right? So I start fucking... I literally take, like, 20 fucking croissants. I get more eggs, more bacon. I make myself a little fucking sandwich and shit. I really get my fucking money's worth out of this bastard. And we're 100% sure that guy wants to fucking behead us live. So, we do some practicing that day. We have a billion fucking croissants in our room. Leon gets completely fucking wasted. He gets fucking drunk off his ass the day before pools. He's fucking nuts. That motherfucker drinks like crazy. And he likes to say, like, yeah, because I have a problem. Because, like, he likes to... It's like one of those things where, like, he's like a little party animal. He's like, yeah, I got a problem, but really he just wants to drink more. Because he's fucking out of his mind. And it's not like really a problem, because it's not like he fucking goes out like fucking fighting policemen and shit. He just gets a little too fucked up every now and then. He was fucked up. Like, I have videos on my phone that we need his permission for me to show you, because he was like he was a baboon. Like, he fucking was not speaking English. It was one of those things where he was like talking like that. And then I showed him a sad TikTok, and he's like, I don't like that at all. He was all fucked up. So that was the day before bracket, and then bracket started. Saturday was a complete shit show at the tournament. Like, yes, it was overcrowded. Yes, everyone probably has COVID. But, like, otherwise, like, it was just cool to be at a tournament, like, again, like of that size. Thankfully, I didn't lose any of my pool matches. It was all 2-0s. A little weird, though, because I felt like I wasn't playing that well, but I still managed to make it on winner's side. Hold on, Zinkus. Yeah, it wasn't too smelly. Like, I feel like there's New York City tournaments that are smellier. But yeah, so day 2 was a little bit of schmambles. We didn't warm up at all. We kind of got there and just started playing. I lost to this Pac-Man right away on top 64. He wasn't... It's not that, like, I felt like I should have won. He was really good, and he was super aggressive. I just felt like I wasn't really prepared. Like, none of the attack cancels were working. It was like one of those things when you don't play for a while. And I feel like that's kind of just like, I probably should have fucking played more in the days leading up to top 64. I kind of just played the bare minimum and explored mostly. Which it is what it is. Fucking wishy shit. Yeah, he was really good. And then I played this Wolf. I met this other Falcon main. I forgot what his name was. Super sweet kid. He made top 64 as well. And he lost to this... I think he's the best Falcon in North France. Best Falcon in South Paris. I think. I forgot what his name is. He might be in chat at some point. Super sweet kid. He made top 64 losers. He lost to this Wolf, which is pretty much the best player in his region. And then I had to play that same Wolf right after. And it was kind of not a wash. I just kind of turned off my brain and won. It was one of those sets, thankfully, because my brain couldn't do much beyond that day. And then I played Tilde, and it was a good set. It was just kind of like, one of those unfortunate things, but Tilde won the coin flip that day, which is good, like, I feel like he definitely deserved to win it, because, he's been grinding super hard and going to a lot, so, I have to hold that. But overall, pretty life-changing experience, though. Like, it really, like, opened my eyes that I really, like, just tournaments are actually, like, what I like to do. Like, it's always been something that's, like, on my mind of, do I just want to just, like, kind of chill and do content shit, right? And I really do like to do content shit, but, like, I don't want, like, my tournaments to be, like, how Temple was. Like, socially, I loved it. But performance-wise, I'm really disappointed in how I played. But I didn't want to let that ruin the trip, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm just gonna use it as motivation to go to more. Because, like, I feel like after I attend a little bit more, I'll sort of start thinking the right way again. Like, instead of just, like, turning off my brain and mashing my way through sets, I'll start to actually try to, like, fucking adapt and fucking shit like that. And it's also a thing where I feel like I was playing better in friendlies against everybody, but the second I was in bracket, like, everything was kind of shaky and inconsistent. Which, comes with the territory of not being in brackets as much. What the fuck is this guy's problem? So, if you, Okay, if you look all the way over here, look, it's me right here. I'm right here. That's me. It's my fucking head. Down here is Ogie's crew, and there's Ogie. So, you want to know some bullshit? And I was talking to Ogie about this is the funniest fucking thing. Let me see if I can find the tweet. So, when Ogie was playing in his fucking, like, round 1 of pools, right? His sponsor, I think it is, or his crew or whatever, right? This is the funniest shit. They're just a bunch of fit, big motherfuckers, right? Like, that just literally crowd around the match on round 1 of round 1 pools. And they just stand there like this over the fucking match. And every time Ogie gets a stock, they're like, yeah! And then they fucking, like, it's almost like heckling. Let me see. I think there was a picture of it somewhere. Oh, come on. There has to be a picture. Oh, it's definitely not this one. That's exactly it. Oh, that's so funny. Here, look. I was my pool is going on right behind us. This poor fuck is like his round 1. And look at all these guys just like standing over him like they're gonna beat the shit out of him. This is the funniest fucking thing. This poor guy didn't stand a chance. It's literally like this. This is exactly what I was thinking of. Oh my god, the poor guy couldn't stand a chance. Like it's almost like fucking like a frat house, ready to beat the shit out of this guy. But that was so funny to see. So the Ken player that Leon had to play was one of these people, right? And I was right behind them. So like they were beating the shit out of this padding and sort of making noise for their boy, right? While I was right behind them yurring whenever Leon started up being or side being him, right? Just fucking him up, and Leon did fuck him up. And then I think the CEO or like the owner of the team, which is the big brolic man who had his arms crossed here. This is him. When I yurred once for Leon, he was like this. He was like, he like looked at me, and I'm like, here, and then he almost broke my fucking legs. Oh, that was so funny. So my body clock was so fucking screwed because I woke up at 2 a.m. on the Sunday, right? I fucking slept from like 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. So I got decent enough sleep, right? And I went for a run Sunday morning. I kind of did the whole process that I thought would have worked, but you know, I ended up fucking, my brain wasn't really in there during bracket time. But you know, fuck it, it is what it is. So as a result, after I basically watched Leon's sets, and then once he was fighting Gluto, right, in losers, the second he got footstooled to lose his second stock of game 3, the second that happened, well, actually no, right before that happened, when he was down 2-0, I stood up, right? I stood up without saying anything. I didn't say bye to any of the guys I was watching with, because I got hit by this incredibly large wave of tiredness, right? My brain was turning off fast. So I fucking went back to I stood up, and then one of them was like, Nick, where are you going? And I was like, and I went and waited on top of the steps of that arena, right? And then the second Leon got footstooled, I just turned around and walked back to the hotel. Didn't look back, because I knew Leon's life was his tournament life was about to get turned into a fucking souffle. So, then the second he lost the set, the second the set ended, I was already in my bed in the hotel room, right? I literally, like, it's almost like when Leon got hit for the final stock, I got killed. The second Leon got hit for his final stock, I literally fucking just knocked out. I literally lost my brain, fucking flew out of my head. Oh, but the people are so fun out there. Like, it's one of those things where in America, I realize like Leon and I were talking about like what it means, like what the distinctions are between like a French crowd and an American crowd, or even like any crowd in an American crowd, right? Like, at a North American major, you will be rooting for your boy, right? The second your boy wins, you start cheering and popping off, and that's it. You don't give a fuck about the other person. It's all about me, me, mine, me, 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 right? But in France, right, no matter win or lose, whoever won, whoever lost, afterward, they would at least applaud the loser, like, just because they have respect for the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like when Leon lost, for example, that guy ripped off his shirt. They were cheering for their boy, but then they cheered for Leon because they just, like, you know, they respect the play and they respect the game. And in France, I mean, or in Japan, it's like kind of similar where they don't cheer. They're like very quiet and they clap no matter what because they just respect the game and the players. In America, we just fucking like, yeah, fuck you, go home, loser, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things. It was just super interesting to see, and it was super wholesome. Even though everyone got COVID 25, and it was just a great experience. And it's just it's always interesting to see. You know what I'm saying? So after Leon lost, I died, and then I woke up at 3 in the morning to Leon coming into the room drunk and high, to watch AEW. Thank you, Griffin. Yeah, I got fucking destroyed by mosquitoes. The French mosquitoes, they were like, oh, and then they sucked the shit out of my whole body. Oh, I gotta show you. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up in between stocks of fucking this K-roll. Here we go. Ready? Ready? Watch this. Ready? Watch this. Roll in. Thank you. Roll in. Oh. So I actually found a mosquito just chilling on the wall after I've been scratching myself all night, right? Leon was sleeping and he was drunk and high, so he was out like a fucking light. And the mosquito was just chilling on the wall, and I was getting dressed right, like 6 in the morning, right? So I fucking found the mosquito while I was putting on my shirt. I like wound up the shirt and I baseball swung my shirt right on that motherfucker. I was like this. The mosquito was like right here on my shelf, and I had my shirt. I was getting dressed, and I was like this, like with my shirt, and it was super loud. And the mosquito I turned that mosquito into fucking dust. You understand me? So, and I had to take a picture because I needed to tell Leon. So like. This is what the mosquito looked like after I was done with it, right? This is where he was on the orange. That's where he was. And look. Look whose blood that is. That's my fucking blood. I turned that guy into a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I tried to find the rest of his carcass because I needed to see where he was. So yeah, I turned him into shit, and I'm so glad I did because this shit still itches to this day. So, then we used Monday to explore some of Paris. So we took an hour-long train down to Paris. We ate some escargot, which tasted like mushroom shit. What else? Oh, and so we get to the airport, right? And Mr. E had the fucking just shittiest experience, man. Like. He had a pretty, like, rough time, like, in bracket. Like, it just didn't work out like he wanted to. He had, like, a laggy monitor issue and shit like that. It was, like, really unfortunate to see, especially after the flight issues, right? So on the flight home, it was supposed to be me, Leon, and E sitting next to each other like fucking, like, Three Stooges, right? Like the charmed ones, right? Instead, fucking E shows up. He had to get COVID tested. He ended up getting that done, which is good. So E literally missed the flight again, and then he had to go back to Lille, and now he's staying until tomorrow. It really is unfortunate because I don't think he's going to Smash and Splash or Riptide or whatever the fuck it is now, which sucks. But you know, yeah, I'm about to lose. Hold on, I don't want to lose. No looing allowed. Foreskin. So it is what it is. But I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be home. I'm glad to open some Pokemon cards with you boys today and then play some fucking Tales of Arise.